in order to change something, something new has to pop up, because everything's kind of like the same here in this city. I got in the game of rapping in 2004, but I didn't really get serious till like 06. But I just made like a transition from that to like shooting music videos and stuff. But it's been quite a while, like a couple good years. I don't know, like 15, maybe a little bit more.
All in my zone, just leave me alone. I need me my money and selling those zones. Gone like Nemo, gone like C4, Motorola cost from Mexico.
What sets me apart, man, is like where I came from is way different than over here. I lived a different story. My life is different, way different. Plus, the work ethic that I do, the work ethic that I put in is so strong. Dropping videos, dropping singles, you know, got a big team, and just my work ethic is way different.
Well, the main rappers I would listen to were from Houston, which was Lucky Luciano, SPM, like everybody from Dope House. And I guess I found it real cool because it was Mexicans, you know, making a name out for themselves. There's Mexicans doing rap, you know, it was mainly Hispanic, so I felt like I could do the same thing. So I just kind of started dabbling into recording.
It's been challenging to get people to listen to my stuff, to my music, walking around, going to shows, doing this and this and that, dropping videos, dropping singles. And it's hard, but it's not impossible. That's the biggest challenge.
Came a long way from jumping out the window. Ahora mi cuello on froze. A mí no se me olvidó. El cabrón que me vio para abajo y a mí la mano nunca me estiró. Muchos me tiran envidia. Mira cabrón, ¿quién diría? Que mi vida cambiaría. Respeto y dinero, más stripes que las Adidas. Nadie me enseñó a salir.
Man, I think we can get more recognition if people come together. Everybody supports each other and no hate. You know, because sometimes everybody thinks the city's kind of like crapped in a bucket, you know, but if everybody does what they got to do and support each other, I feel like we can come out, you know, and be something better.
Well, for the remainder time that I was rapping and stuff, like a lot of, I guess, problems just occurred. A friend got locked up, another friend just stopped doing it because he was gonna go work with his family. But I feel like I waited for them instead of like worrying about myself. So I stayed stuck, like, you know, the whole team thing, you know, like, oh, we're gonna get famous, we're gonna get known, it's gonna be us, but that wasn't what it was.
Other people in your city will not like to see you on top. That's how I feel. And other people in other cities be like, oh my God, your music is so dope. You know, there's a different sound, there's a different quality. And the people in your own city will kind of hate on you, but it really depends.
Well, back then I feel like you had to work more, meaning like not only did you have to record and shoot your videos, you had to like make copies of CDs. They didn't have it like now where at the click of your finger, you just, boom, you could listen to whoever's mixtape, whoever's dropping videos and all that. Back then you had to like do the footwork, show people, hey, look, you know, I'm coming out with this CD. It's $2 with 5 songs, check me out, let me know. And people will buy it, some people wouldn't. But I feel like now you don't have to buy it or listen to their music. You just, you know, it's pretty much free. So you decide if you want to either continue to listen to them or purchase their music or not. So that's how I feel like it's different now from then.
If I think my promoters are doing good in the city, trying to do other artists, I feel like no. because everybody trying to be a promoter nowadays. Just like they say they want to be a rapper, you know, want to be an artist and whatnot. I feel like anybody wants to just make money off of artists that are coming up, you know. And personally, I don't like doing a lot of shows in the city like that unless it's beneficial or they're helping me out. But yes, I feel like promoters ain't doing their job like that anymore. Who would I recommend? Everybody knows I got an own team, you know, Make It to Save Media. There's a lot of other videographers out there. They're putting in some work, you know. Shout out to Mag, shout out to Ace the Shooter, shout out to everybody out there putting in some work, man. But my team comes first, Make It to Save Media.
Right now, I'm a filmmaker, and we shoot pretty much everything from commercials to weddings, events, music videos, etc. But like right now, our focus, we're trying to just get more exposure, more clientele. So we do have like good quality cameras, equipment. We pretty much invest a good amount of money into this with me and my partner Dakota. We also work with the artist, it's Chris, and it's a good close friend of mine. So we're just trying to get this whole movement going, get more exposure, get more people to hear us, and, you know, pretty much get a lot of eyes in San Antonio.
Man, shout out to J. Ross for doing this thing. If it wasn't for him, a lot of artists in San Antonio wouldn't have been known for what they do. That's how I got to know a lot of artists. You know, shout out to Live Society. You know, they're new in the book, but they're doing their thing too. And shout out to all of them putting in work. I struggle a lot to actually like invest into my own stuff because everybody is different, man. Everybody has bills, family, and whatnot. And investing into music, everybody thinks about it like, why invest if you're not gonna get nothing back? It's just actually believing in yourself. That's what I struggle with myself, but I feel like it's not impossible, man. And shout out to all my team, shout out to all the people out there supporting my movement.
I see a lot of like ego tripping, meaning like, obviously everybody wants to be the best, everybody thinks they're the best, and not a lot of people are putting in the work, but then again, everybody dislikes everybody. Nobody wants to help nobody because they feel like, well, what if I help him and he gets noticed and then he leaves me behind? So I'd rather not take the chance in doing that move. So they rather work by themselves. But I don't know, it just really depends, because I feel like in order to get this town to get recognized in the music scene, it don't matter what genre, everybody got to work together. Features or just, you know, like support each other instead of just kind of like, I feel like I'm better than him, so I don't want to work with him, or I don't like his music, I don't want him to make me look bad or something like that. So that's how I feel, in my opinion. My best advice to give this generation coming up in the music industry is just pretty much like, work on your craft, don't worry about the next person. Obviously invest in your project or what you're doing, because the more you invest, the more legit you look, and the more people will be like messing with you, like in the sense of like, hey, this guy looks real professional what he's doing, I want to work with him, or I want to get to know him to work with. There's something different. It don't really have to do with music, it could be something else, maybe a clothing line or something. But it's just like, I guess just how you approach it. If you're gonna be half-assing everything, there's no point of even trying to do this music industry. Because it's not 50-50, 50 music and 50 like working. It's 100% or nothing. Because if you don't give it 100%, you're not really gonna go nowhere. You're just gonna be that artist that was in the city, like, and you made the buzz in your city and that's it. So that's the best advice I could give y'all.